But then you have some games that are pricing themselves like the attempted price hike just never happened. Final Fantasy 16 launched at 50. Which is, it has been the standard price for a AAA video game for forever in the UK, functionally. It's really inconsistent. And then, like, the slightly below full price ones end up at, like, 40. So the price of a UK video game, a AAA one even, bandies about between 40 quid and 70 for seemingly no reason. And the swing of 30 quid is much more extreme. Because the pound itself is like a slightly more powerful currency. The attempted price hike's been really weird. Like, it wasn't just $10 for us. We went from 50 to 70 on some games, and like 20 is... It's a bigger jump because of the pound being stronger. Why'd that happen? Why'd I try and do that? It's mostly just been first-party Sony exclusives doing that. Clearly, Square Enix tried to do it with Forspoken, and apparently that burned them bad enough to stop. Because again, Final Fantasy XVI didn't do it, and neither did Rebirth, actually. But it's usually just been the first-party Sony exclusive still trying to push £70. But we've got Bethesda also joining in on that party of 70 quid pricing, and it's like, no, that's still the wrong number. There's like an upper limit on how much you can make these things cost. Yeah, I saw that article as well about how, like, you know, analysts, game developers are secretly hoping GTA 6 will be priced at, like, $100 so that they can also, like, increase the price of their games to go along with it, and I'm just like, that's not gonna work. I do agree. I think GTA 6 could price itself at $100 and get away with it. But that'll work once, and probably not, like, it'll work for Rockstar, it will not work for EA and Ubisoft, it just won't. Like, Rockstar seems to be held in really high regard with, like, even core gamers. I didn't realize this. I actually find that really surprising. Rockstar has a shit ton of goodwill. I have no fucking clue how. Like, everyone I've spoken to speaks with such hushed reverence about Red Dead Redemption 2 and stuff. I'm just like, I didn't realize their, like, cultural clout was that high. But the fact is that the desire of the publisher to increase video game costs even further is gonna start running in, like, there is definitely a ceiling on this, and I think we're actually already pretty close to it. Here's a fun statistic that's relatively easy to Google for, like, most nations. Average monthly spend on entertainment per household. This is a statistic you can just look up. Like, people only spend so much on entertainment in a month, and that number is relatively inflexible. Like, if you make games more expensive, that number doesn't go up. The number of sales will go down. Because the limit one starts bumping into is the fact that people just don't have any fucking money. You start bumping up against the fact that people only have so much money to spend. Like, I already think at the $70 price point being pushed, games are already pretty close to that breakpoint. I find it pretty surprising that, like, apparently publishers want to try and increase prices even further. It's like, The push to 70 hasn't been a universal success across the board. Like, lots of games have been bombing at that price point. You know, they try 70 and that doesn't work, and they're like, oh god, we need to charge even more. It's not working. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think that's the problem. But I don't know, I'm not an economist, I'm not a market guy. They won't listen to me. No, bathroomed. Yeah, I got bathroomed. I'm just the guy who feeds us all the never-ending ads. Yep. That's the other vector for infinite growth. I put more ads in everything. Forspoken being 80 euros. Yeah, it was 80 euros and I think it was 70 pounds, and it predictably, like, the hype for that game did not exist in the first place. I don't want to bag on Forspoken, like, too much. Because the discourse around that game got really toxic and obnoxious incredibly quickly for all the obvious reasons. But also, it was really fucking expensive for a game where the hype just wasn't there. That was the unfortunate, like, 70, such a big ask, you know? Expectations rise surprisingly quickly when you get to 70. Like, people become a lot harsher at it, because it's like, it's more money. Oh, library? Okay, well... play ball, I guess. Cool. You think Rockstar's going to price GTA 6 at like 89 and call it the world's first quad-A game? I feel like they are the only development studio that has any shot of getting away with that. Like, I do think Rockstar could conceivably get away with pricing GTA 6 at 90 bucks and still sell, like, infinite copies. I do kind of think they could pull it off. I don't think they should, but, like, I think they could. Yeah, everyone's making fun of Ubisoft for doing it first, since they called Skull and Bones the world's first quadruple A game, and player impressions were not kind to that one. You gotta be more humble, man. You gotta be more humble, you know? This strategy only works if you manage to successfully push the narrative each time that, like, every game released is a paragon of quality, an unparalleled experience that's truly worth the money. And inevitably, a lot of them aren't gonna be that. It's just not gonna work, you know? Like, a lot of them just aren't gonna be that. It's just not quite gonna pan out that way. Cool. I got that without, like, totally spaghettiing, I guess. If Cage Room is in the right place, this might be a PB? Well, I mean, don't count your chickens before they hatch, but it needs to be in the right place. I have a statue. Ho. Ho. Where'd the sound go? Gaming? We're gaming. Gaming is occurring. I'm gonna play the Prince of Persia Metroidvania, but refused to pay more than $5 for it because they shut down the studio that made it. Yes, I wanted to play it, but I didn't want to download Uplay. So this is once again Ubisoft like biting themselves in the ass with the irritating. Like they had a game I actually wanted to play, but I still don't want to download Uplay. And that's like a weirder, stupid reason. Got to split. Ubisoft Connect, whatever. Irritating. They don't, like, put out enough games for me to want to use, like, a publisher-specific launcher. Like, functionally to me, the Ubisoft Connect would just be the Scott Pilgrim and maybe the Prince of Persia Lost Crown launcher, and nah, man. Don't feel like learning new account credentials for 2 games. Oh yeah, Bethesda's probably going to do that bullshit with Doom the Dark Age as well. I remember I had to play Eternal with my Steam permanently set to offline mode, because otherwise the game will fucking refuse to let you play the single player without logging into a Bethesda.net account, and no, I'm not making one. Leave me the fuck alone. One of many things that soured me on Eternal, because I am nothing if not petty. Orange. Is that a Ugandan knuckle shirt? No. This is a moo from Klonoa. This looks absolutely nothing like Ugandan Knuckles. You are tripping balls, my friend. Like... You are tripping fucking balls, man. Press. Ah! Man. That elevator was a bit sloppy. That's probably okay. I think I get a PB out of that. The PB where I do nothing but complain about AAA publishers. Classic of clip to upload to YouTube. Play nice in the comments, people. I mean, my opinions are all correct, though, so I don't imagine any of you will have any problems. PB Gaming? I think so.
I disagree.
Like, hold, but probably, yeah.
6 and love, 6 and roll, 6 and roll, 6 and roll.
6 in roll, 6 in roll, 6 in... Grimmelkin, thank you for the 33... I don't think I blew, like, 7 seconds between everything in the underground. Yeah, I blew, like, 2 seconds on the elevator. That makes sense. That tracks. It's a PB! So what, like 15 seconds worth of PB? So far, across both runs that have PB today?
It's a world record!
It is a world record, I think.
It's a world record!
According to the leaderboard, anyway.
It's a world record!
Goofy yodel. I can't quite, like, mimic the voice, but you know the one.
It's a world record!
You know the one.
You're the coolest!
Dude, my chair, like, sank all the way down while I was doing that. What's with the graphical glitch? I've spent, like, the entire, like, time doing this run, like, down here. My chair is supposed to be up here. Just slapping my belly to the beat. Ooh. My belly. Did I PB? I did, yes. Hi, Jenka. Dun. Yeah, I like the credits theme, so I like letting it rip when we get here in runs. This one barely has any splits because none of them came out in the right order.